Alright, hi guys. So, I have a new video for you guys today. It's called The End of TikTok's Degenerate Obese Traveler. Jae Bae official. Now, I believe I think it was, let's say, Priscilla did a video on this a while ago. It's the fat activist. Hang on, let's have a look.
Content creators. Well, we've dealt with creeps and outlaws emerging from this.
Okay, so that's her. Now, Jae Bae is the one who thought that she could tell people that they need to make the elevators bigger, they need to make the corridors bigger in the hotels for her. She was the one that made up, or I don't know if she made it up, but she said that when she was traveling and she had to go in a wheelchair because she couldn't walk, that the stewardesses were laughing at her, which I highly doubt, because you have to be so professional. If they get caught doing that, they will lose their job. I mean, I don't believe that at all. She's just a very, very entitled, what do they call it? Delusional? Very, very delusional, thinking that the size she is okay to be, which is fine if she wants to be that size. But do not expect the whole world around you to cater for you. And that's what pisses me off. Sorry, guys, if you hear me struggling, I was struggling with the bloody cord of the computer. So, yeah, this is her, and this is her story and where she's ended up now. She's actually in jail at the moment. We'll find out towards the end how she got there. But she is so very entitled. She makes me want to vomit, because she's so entitled. But I'm going to do, after this video, this is just an introduction to Jae Bae, I'm going to do her try-on hauls. I thought that would be interesting to do, because I could see she would be, I've never seen her try-on hauls, so it'd be the first time I'm doing them and reacting with you guys. But she's so delusional that I think she's going to think that she's fantastic and everything. One thing that really irritates me about her is that she is really, really entitled. That's the most thing that irritates me about her. She just thinks she is so entitled to everything. She even thinks that people who go into an Uber have to have a seatbelt extender for people who are her size. Do you see how entitled she is? She actually makes me sick. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, this video is by, let me have a look, RKH Media, so let me give it a thumbs up. Oh, and it was, I don't think it's an old video. Yeah, it's five months old. Okay, so let's get into it. This will take you into her beginnings up until where we are now. It'll just show you what a disgusting person that she actually is, like a horrible person inside.
This platform. We have never covered a crazy personality like Jae Bae official, whose entire content is
like, she actually makes Amber Lynn look small.
Focused on traveling and being plus-sized. Throughout this video, you'll hear terms like body liberation, fat freedom, and fat icon a lot. So brace yourself for the worst. This young
I can't fast forward it because he speaks quite fast anyway, so.
Content creator with an excessive weight is all about.
Look at that. How delusional and confident, or confident and delusional, whichever way you want to put it first, do you have to be to wear that top? Now, if you look at it quickly, to me, it looks like it said fat cow. If you look at it really quick, but it actually says fat icon. She thinks she's an icon.
About self-love and body positivity. But the troubling thing is, she believes that due to her extreme...
Yeah, she's body positive. No, she's fucking delusional, is what she is.
Extreme obesity, she's entitled to get a free seat in an airplane.
That's
Not
right.
only that, she schools hotels and public places to...
I forgot about that. The tray table can't come down, and that's the tray table's fault. So she's pretty much saying that they need to make bigger seats for her, or if they don't make bigger seats, she should be able to take 2 seats up on a plane and not pay for them.
Expand their hallways to accommodate fat people. A short while ago, she blew up on TikTok for creating a petition demanding the FAA make travel accessible for plus-sized people. In this petition, Jae Bae demanded that plus-sized travelers should be given extra seats on flights.
Today, I want to talk about the potential benefits of if my plus-size travel petition was implemented. Firstly, plus-size passengers would no longer be forced to occupy only one seat on an airplane. By providing
Listen to the entitlement.
additional accessible seats, plus-size passengers would have the necessary space to be comfortable during the flight. This would help negate air rage and hostility. Secondly, the reimbursement policy for customers of size who independently purchase a second seat would provide financial relief and fairness. Clear communication of policies would ensure that customers of size have access to all necessary information, making the booking, check-in, and boarding processes more transparent and less stressful. The accommodations outlined, such as larger lavatories, alternative seating arrangements,
Larger lavatories. Now, this dumb idiot doesn't realise that there has to be certain requirements on a plane. And if the seats are all of a certain size, where are they going to put the large toilets? She's asking for larger seats, yeah? So where are they going to put the toilets on the plane if they're having larger seats? She is so delusional and so entitled, it's sickening. And in my opinion, she's exactly where she belongs, in the slammer.
and a dedicated section for customers of size would enhance the overall comfort and accessibility of air travel for everyone, not just plus-size passengers. Lastly, employee training on accommodating customers of size would foster a more respectful and inclusive environment, and it would promote a positive travel experience for all passengers, creating a more welcoming and accommodating environment in the airline industry.
So she wants the stewardesses and the whoever work on the plane to be taught about how to speak to fat people, so she doesn't get offended. She wants them to. She actually wants them to be educated on it. She says, educated on it.
Click the link in my bio to sign my petition today.
Her entire TikTok page is filled with videos of her complaining that the world is not accommodating and inclusive enough for lazy and fat people like her.
This was right before the incident I'm about to tell you about. On the first leg of the trip, the wheelchair is...
Okay, I can't handle listening to this AI stuff. On the first leg of the trip, the wheelchair assistance completely failed us. I was left struggling to be okay. There is a video about the incident on my page.
Assistance completely failed us. I was let fly home.
That experience was already stressful and humiliating enough, so by the time it was time to fly home, I decided to have my fiancé push me in the wheelchair to avoid any more mishaps.
I decided to have my fiance push me in the wheelchair to avoid any more mishaps. Picture...
Oh, shit.
George,
Sorry, guys.
This just happened quite recent. A lot of people tend to get robbed.
Do they?
leg of the trip, the wheelchair assistance completely failed us. I was left struggling to be okay.
Okay. I can't handle that. That robot voice. Picture this. Me, a plus-size woman. She's not plus size. She's the size of 4 women. Picture this. Me, a plus-size woman in a wheelchair, pushing my suitcase with one hand while my fiancé did their best to steer. It wasn't the easiest setup, but we were managing. As we were making our way through the terminal, we walked by a group of flight attendants. At first, I thought nothing of it, but then I heard the unmistakable sound of laughter and directed right at us, which I highly doubt. They didn't even try and hide it. They pointed and laughed, I don't think so, and made snide remarks, and one said, "What the actual F?" Well, if they did, they would be right in saying that, what the actual F. Now, she also has breathing problems, and she uses a like a gas tank with a breathing tube, as you can see. And she's still trying to say that this fat acceptance and the size that she is should be okay. Okay.
Hinders her on oxygen support. Interestingly, this condition is directly linked with obesity. Despite her deteriorating health, Jae Bae has never shown interest in losing weight and can often be seen consuming junk.
Fat people are allowed to eat what they want without feeling guilty about it.
Get over it, she says here. Fat people are allowed to eat what they want without feeling guilty about it. Get over it. I'm not over or under anything. It's your body that you're doing it to. I couldn't care less.
Get over it.
Today we'll take a deep dive into the...
What the fuck is that hairstyle? My God. Because toddlers can stand? What the hell's that about?
Life of this crazy TikToker and discuss some of the cringiest things she's done
You know her as strollers because we need to use them.
online. Who is Jae Bae Official? So,
Wow, look at her there. But how I proved him wrong every step of the way. Jeez, look at her there.
Jae Bae Official, or Jalen Shaney,
And became a first-generation high school and college graduate. Wow, she ballooned up since the other photo, didn't
is
she?
a 28-year-old woman from the United States. She is mostly known for her TikTok videos focused entirely on her experience as a plus-size, highly obese traveler. She likes to visit different places and explore things that are made especially for people like her. She created a TikTok account in 2019, and her earlier videos are not that problematic. In the initial days of her TikTok journey, she mostly created makeup tutorials and product reviews that resonated with people who were struggling with body image issues. She posted a few videos encouraging people to feel comfortable in their own bodies, while sharing her own childhood experiences.
Stop. Hold up. I need to say something right freaking now. So hold the damn phone. Press pause. Here we go. Here's gonna be some truth.
Press pause. If you press pause, we can't hear you, idiot.
I have so many people that support me, love me, and tell me how proud they are of me and how far I'm gonna go, right? But you know what? It wasn't always that way. And actually, for most of my life, actually since age 6, I was told that I wasn't gonna amount to anything. I was told I was gonna be a drug addict just like my parents, that I was...
Okay, you're going to be just like your mum and dad. I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know who they are. You're a joke. Yes, I agree with that. You'll be a dropout. I don't know if she was, which I don't think she did drop out. Oh, you'll end up in jail too. Well, you certainly did.
I was gonna have 3 kids by the time I was 17, and that I wasn't gonna do shit with my life. My whole life, they told me I couldn't, I wouldn't, I shouldn't. And so I, for a minute, believed I can't, I won't, I couldn't even. But guess what? I did.
What is it that you did? What is it that you did? In my opinion, she is just a very morbidly obese person who does travel vlogs, and I'm sure that most people do watch her because of that reason. And she's another train wreck waiting to happen. I don't think that she's made much of herself. I don't understand why she's got tickets on herself. I don't understand what it is that she's done that she thinks she's conquered Mount Everest or something. I don't get it. Or found the cure to cancer.
Went far, and I'm gonna keep going far, and you are too. So if you have somebody in your life that's told you can't, the only person who gets to decide that you can or can't is...
Now I'm 23 years old and I've already proved them wrong. Oh my God. Well, if they're wrong, I don't want to be right.
you. And that's on period, point blank. You can, you will, go for it. Do you, honey.
Knowing nothing in life, but I gotta get rich. You could check the throwback pics up in that bitch. I'm a girl, I do hot shit, do Hennessy come on my outfit. House text quick, cause I ain't thirsty. See, thirst is mad,
Oh my
mad.
God, I got secondhand embarrassment for her.
They want
She also actively shared about brands and products that were made specifically for plus-sized people.
Hey there! So I was so excited to get some Q&As. I'm really excited to answer them for you. If you're talking about my crop top that is striped in the last few videos I made, the one where I'm like, girl, wear the crop top, wear the shorts because your body is beautiful. That top came from Torrid. Torrid is literally my #1 place that I shop. This shirt's from Torrid.
How can she call it a crop top? Dear Jesus in heaven, she shouldn't be having, as Tara would say, she shouldn't have the word crop in her vocabulary.
Most of my clothes are from Torrid, but I also shop at a bunch of different plus size retailers, and I'm going to be making videos on those. So the shirt that you're talking about is from Torrid, and so is this one. Love them. You should definitely check them out. If you've clicked the link in my bio, you can easily shop Torrid. There's a link that'll take you straight to their page.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's very, very sad. I don't enjoy sitting watching her, seeing her with the breathing tube in her nose. I feel sorry for her, but I know she's done it to herself, and the cockiness irritates me. So that therefore takes away my empathy for her because of how cocky she is and how entitled she is.
I seriously love them. They carry up to a size 6X, which I think is very inclusive. They
Sizes 10 to 30. If you're looking at a size 30, you better reevaluate your life, love.
are seriously where I shop all the time, so you should definitely check them out. Click that link in my bio.
In one of her TikTok videos, Jalen also shared that people around her believed that she would amount to nothing in her life. Despite their discouraging views, she managed to complete her BBA in administration. In 2019, she also graduated from Western Governors University with an MBA.
Okay, but what has she done with that? She didn't do anything with it.
Her oldest videos on TikTok, you'll see that instead of losing weight and living a healthy life, she was interested in buying things that would accommodate her unhealthy lifestyle and excessive weight. She's talked about things like plus-size mattresses, plus-size camping chairs, and even plus-size bath towels.
Jeez, remind you of anyone, guys? Plus-size bath towels. Alexandra's got some links for them.
You guys had so many questions about my plus-size friendly chairs, my plus-size friendly camping chairs, so I wanted to tell you some information. These camping chairs changed the game for me and my fiance since we're both plus size and we're a 6X.
He's huge too, her fiance, who I believe she had an altercation with, and that's why she's in jail.
A weight capacity of 800 pounds. And although these only can carry 800 pounds, there are chairs that can carry up to 1,000 on Amazon, and they are linked in my bio.
Oh dear Jesus. She's going on about it and feeling proud that there are chairs that carry 1,000 pounds.
So, if you're looking for plus-size friendly camping chairs or recommendations in general, check out the link in my bio. Here's just a closer look at the chair. Click that link in my bio to check out my plus-size friendly recommendations. Hey there, y'all. It's your girl, Jae Bae. I'm a plus-size content creator and travel blogger, and I am starting a series, y'all. It's about plus-size travel tips, my experiences, all the nitty-gritty, everything in between, y'all.
You mean your complaints about everything?
Today's video, we're going to talk about towels and how you can make accommodations for yourself while traveling as a plus-size individual.
Oh dear God.
Show of hands for any plus-size person that has gone to a hotel where the towel actually wrapped around their whole body. Oh wait, that's nobody, because that is not a thing, y'all. Towels at hotels have never accommodated my big old body, and I am here to tell you what you can do so that you can make sure you have a towel that fits.
She doesn't take into consideration that if they had to buy those towels, how much they would cost for someone her size.
Too comfortably everywhere you go. Are you tired of your towels fitting you like this? I mean, not fitting you, because that right there, y'all, is not inclusive, and it's not what's up.
No, it's not that it's not inclusive. It's just that you are fucking humongous.
We all know that plus-size people deserve to live their best life, and when the towel does not wrap around you all the way, that is not us living our best life. So therefore...
Okay, then what you do is you can't expect everyone to have a towel that's going to fit you, so you bring your own towel. How does that sound? You bring your own towel and stop being so damn entitled and expecting everyone to have everything there ready for you and your size.
I've gone and researched and figured out how we can make sure the towels fit us wherever we go. So I went on Amazon, did some research, and I found these
So did Alexandra.
Amazing plus-size friendly towels that will actually fit plus-size bodies.
Do you remember I said that she's the size of 3 people before? Have a look at the size of the towel. It fits 3 people. It literally fits 3 people.
They're actually called like jumbo size towels, blanket towels, whatever you want to call it. But yeah. I think that they are going to be super accommodating, and I am going to stock up and bring them wherever I go on vacay now.
Good. That will stop you from complaining about people not having them. Take them with you.
Especially next year on my body positive, fat positive Bali trip, y'all. I am going to bring as many plus size towels as I can.
I'm sorry, but body positive, if you're this size... Now, I'm not talking about anyone else. What I'm saying, if you're this size, because she is this size, she calls herself body positive. She's not. She just doesn't want to accept herself for the way she is. That's not being body positive. That's being delusional to say that you're being body positive at this size.
Because everybody deserves to use a towel. Everybody deserves to travel comfortably and have things that fit them, right? So, towels, yeah. The companies that are making these towels and providing them to hotels, and the hotels need to step their game up. Start providing towels that are actually fit people, that actually fit all bodies, not just some bodies, because the majority of people on this earth are plus size, at least in the United States, and therefore we really need the companies to step it up. But until they do...
The majority of people on this earth are plus size, she says, because she's been all around the world, you see.
Check out these types of towels, y'all. I'm going to have them linked in my link up in my bio. You can check them out and grab one. Grab a whole set. They're like 4 for $45, which I think is a steal. There you can go. There you go. You have one for your whole family, you, your loved ones, your friends, and everything in between.
While there's no shame in gaining a few pounds here and there, it becomes a serious problem when your weight reaches a point.
Did you hear what she said in this one? Did you see what she just
Your
said? in
whole
this one?
family,
Hang on, guys.
you, your loved ones, your friends, and everything in between.
Well, there's
I hate when people say
no shame in
that
gaining a few pounds here and there. It
wheelchairs are only for people
becomes a serious problem when
who need them. She hates it when people say that wheelchairs are only for people who need them.
your weight reaches a point where standard furniture can no longer support you. When everyday necessities like chairs,
Because when they say that, what they mean is
beds, and even
wheelchair users are for people
transportation need to be
who are paralyzed. Yeah, most of the time, that's what they were made for. They were made for back in the early, oh God, I don't know, would that be 1700s, 1800s, I think. They were made for people who couldn't walk. So yeah, they were paralyzed. Not made for people who couldn't walk because they were fucking enormous and they needed to have a wheelchair to push them around. That's not what they were made for originally. People like you, made them for things that you need to get around because you can't walk.
specially modified
But not everyone who is in a wheelchair is paralyzed. No, they're just as huge as a car like you.
to accommodate your growing body. It's no longer just a matter of personal choice. It becomes a health
I
crisis.
think we should do away with the strollers. She thinks we should do away with the strollers, with the children's strollers. This is how delusional she is. She wants to do away with the strollers
Over and over again.
because toddlers can stand. Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, toddlers can stand, but toddlers also can get very, very tired. If someone is walking around for 2-3 hours, you're not going to expect your toddler to walk around for 2-3 hours, just like you can't even walk for 20 minutes or for 5 minutes to get into your airplane and you needed a wheelchair. She's got the nerve to say to get rid of prams because or strollers, sorry, you guys call them. Because toddlers can stand. This is how dumb this idiot is.
She has posted videos complaining about small bathroom stalls, bar stools, bleachers, and whatnot. According to Jalen, everything should be changed and reconstructed
Some adults need strollers too, she says.
so that people like her, who deliberately
And that stroller is a wheelchair.
choose to stay unfit, should be accommodated.
Yep.
Stuff fat people hate.
No, she chose to stay unfit, exactly, so no one needs to accommodate for her.
Part 3.
So this is all the stuff that she wants made bigger and that she doesn't like because they don't accommodate people like her. Look at this, would you? She wants all these gone because they don't accommodate her size. Tiny life vests. Don't worry, you'll float.
Here's a suggestion. Shed some pounds, and you'll
Yeah. Shed
afraid
some
of
bloody
mundane
pounds,
things
all
like
right.
plastic chairs. With crappy and nonsensical content like this, it's unnerving that she managed to get over 140,000 followers on TikTok. Not only that, she's collaborated with brands like Google,
Yeah, but they're making fun of her, that's why too. And Google are bloody idiots.
Hilton Hotels, and even McDonald's. On her blog, Jae Bae Productions, she's stated that she is very dedicated to the fat liberation movement,
Of course
which
you are.
fuels her mission to challenge discrimination, demand systemic change, and create a more inclusive
Dear God in heaven, look at this. Look at that, starting from there.
society. Before we go ahead in her story, let's discuss the term fat liberation. What does it mean? So, Wikipedia describes this term like this. The fat acceptance movement, also known by various other names such as fat pride, fat empowerment, fat liberation, and fat activism, is a social movement that seeks to eliminate the social stigma of obesity. While there's nothing wrong with being a little chubby or overweight, we should all agree that obesity affects your organs, mobility, and overall health. There's nothing normal or acceptable about being excessively overweight because it's not a disability. People like Jalen, who really do not want to work out or change their lifestyles, are using this term to present themselves as a marginalized community entitled to get all sorts of free things.
Oh, she's so entitled.
People like Jalen, weighing 600 to 800 pounds, are not normal. She even once shared a video using a mobility aid in a supermarket, knowing that she was not disabled and perfectly able to walk on her feet.
Yep, she was just lazy. Accessibility is for everyone. No one should feel ashamed or embarrassed for using the tools they need to navigate the world. Well, you should be embarrassed and ashamed.
Accessibility is for everyone.
Yeah.
No one should feel ashamed or embarrassed for using the tools they need to navigate the world. Your worth is not...
Your legs work, you stupid cow. Your legs work. Get up and use them.
Not determined by your size or ability. You deserve to feel comfortable and confident wherever you go. Using mobility aids is a sign of strength
How can you feel confident in one of those?
and self-care, not weakness or defeat. Don't let anyone make you
Using a mobility aid is a sign of strength and self-care. No, it's not. It's a sign that you're a lazy fuck. That's what it's a sign of, not weakness or defeat. Absolutely, it's a sign of weakness and it's a sign of defeat because there is nothing wrong with you. You can walk. You're morbidly obese. You've chosen to be that. Some people who cannot walk or who are disabled, any shape, way or form, need those seats. Absolutely. You don't need them. You're just lazy.
feel otherwise. Don't let anyone else's opinions or judgments hold you back from living your life to
Yeah,
the
well, clearly you don't because you have no shame.
fullest. You are capable and worthy of all the things you desire. Your body is worthy of respect and care, regardless of its size or shape. You have the right to move through the world with ease and confidence. Accessibility is a human right, not
Ease and confidence. With ease. You have the right to move with ease. Then lose weight and start walking if you want to walk with ease. Move with ease.
a privilege. Let's work together to create a world where everyone can access the things they need without barriers or discrimination.
Oh, get stuffed.
She also frequently demands wheelchairs in hotels and airports due to the mobility issues caused by her excessive weight. What makes this even more concerning is her perspective on the situation. Rather than acknowledging that her limited mobility stems from personal choices regarding her health, she insists on viewing it as a natural disability. She openly expresses entitlement to mobility aids wherever she goes, expecting the same accommodations as individuals with genuine medical disabilities. This mindset has sparked significant criticism, as many people believe she is exploiting accessibility resources meant for those who have no control over their physical limitations. While her content was very subtle at the start of her journey, it spiraled out of control and became extremely morbid as Jalen started getting followers. Her fall from grace started with some travel tips that were exclusively for plus-sized travelers. She also frequently shared her experiences with different airlines, telling people about airline companies that accommodated fat people.
Let's talk about what it's like to fly on United Airlines when you are plus size. United Airlines requires that if you cannot sit comfortably in one seat with the armrest down the entire flight duration, that you must purchase a second seat. When booking ahead of time, you can buy the second seat at the same time as your first for the same exact fare. If you do not want to buy a second seat and the option is available, you can choose to upgrade to first, business, or premium cabin class. United Airlines requires that you must be able to fasten your seatbelt with only one extension. And just to mention again, United Airlines does require that you're able to have the armrest down for the entire duration of the flight. So if you have two seats, obviously you have more room. The nice thing is, when you're going with United Airlines and you buy two seats, it does double the amount of checked baggage that you can bring. However, this doesn't ensure that you'll be able to bring twice the amount of carry-ons because that is determined by TSA, so check those guidelines. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.
She's like a tank. She didn't move. It's like she was in an iron lung with the head sticking out.
Things that plus-size travelers hate. When the tray table can't come down. Worrying about asking for a seatbelt extender.
Well, lose weight if that's the things you're worried about. Lose weight then.
Having little to no room to move.
That's your problem. It's not the airplane's problem. That's a you problem.
Narrow aisles and bulkhead seats. Tiny airplane bathrooms.
That's a you problem.
Worrying you're going to break the toilet.
Yeah. What about breaking the seat or breaking anything that you're going to sit on?
Getting pat down because you're fat. Tiny airport chairs with armrests.
Unbelievable. Do you guys see the entitlement of this cow?
Everything was great at this point, but then she started posting videos of things she hated as a plus-size traveler. The comments on this video were insane. People suggested that all these struggles should motivate Jalen to lose weight.
That's
Some people
right.
also commented that it was Jalen's own fault that she was facing all these issues while traveling in
Yep.
an airplane.
That's why she has so much of a following, because people cannot stand her and they want to see how ridiculous she is and what other things she complains about.
Video literally blew up on TikTok and received over 17.2 million views. From this point on,
I even think Alan Roberts did a video on this
Jalen's content
when she was commenting about the when she was saying about the wheelchair and that there's no one that could push her and she had to have her husband push her in the wheelchair to get to the aeroplane. I think he did a video on that.
and became focused on complaining about things that were not size inclusive or accommodating for fat people. She had a problem with airplane toilets, food trays, seatbelts, airport chairs, airplane aisles, and literally everything but herself. She wanted the world to be changed.
Yep.
According to Jalen, airline companies should make bigger planes with bigger seats and humongous toilets so that people like her should feel included. Otherwise, they're just a fat-phobic company that does not cater to all human sizes. How absolutely insane this sounds. She also did part 3 of this video sometime later, in which she complained about boat ladders, rental cars, and even turnstiles.
Things plus size travelers hate when traveling part 3. Boat ladders, pool ladders, all ladders. Always wondering if you're going to fit. Not being
That's a fucking you problem. It's not a world problem, it's a you problem. Don't make it the world's problem.
able to find clothes your size anywhere. Getting ridiculous comments about being a fat traveler, turnstiles, and worrying you'll get stuck. Despite the challenges, travel
She doesn't take any of these things a hint that she should lose some weight. She takes them all as in they should be changed for her.
is worth it.
If you're that worried about getting stuck in turnstiles,
Lose weight.
maybe try practicing some self-control and losing weight.
Yep.
The fact that she refers to these issues as challenges is downright laughable.
Yeah.
These aren't obstacles she was born with. She created them herself by promoting the idea that fat people should eat whatever they want without consequences. It's simple cause and effect. If you constantly consume butter-drenched meals and refuse to move, of course you'll gain hundreds of pounds and eventually find yourself struggling to squeeze through a turnstile. There's nothing surprising about it.
I know.
It's just the inevitable result of her own choices.
That's right.
After these videos blew up on TikTok and Jalen started getting undeserved attention, she took the opportunity to name and shame a few airlines that did not accommodate her plus-size needs during the flights. According to Jalen, plus-size travelers should not travel with these airlines because they either have very cramped seats or non-inclusive policies. She named a certain airline, telling viewers that this company refuses to transport a fat passenger if their flight is full and the passenger demands a second seat.
As a plus-size travel blogger, I am never flying with these airlines. Let me just start out by saying these are all just my opinions. In no way do you have to listen to me, but if you were asking me for my advice, this is what I would tell you.
I don't think anyone would want advice from you at all. And I think they'd be nuts to take any advice from you.
So many of you have asked me which airlines you should completely avoid if you're plus size, and the first one on my list is American Airlines. So here are the reasons why I wouldn't fly with American
There we
Airlines.
go.
Their seats tend to be on the smaller size, and there's like horror stories of plus size people being like dragged off their planes, and that just isn't happening for me. The next airline that I
I
avoid
don't think anyone would drag you anywhere because they wouldn't be able to lift you to drag you.
as a plus size person is United Airlines. Their seating is just a little bit smaller, again, kind of like American Airlines. And another airline that I avoid as a plus size traveler is Hawaiian Airlines, and let me tell you why. They reserve the right to not board or not transport a plus size passenger if the flight is full and they need a second seat. So that's why I would avoid them.
Well,
If
that's fair enough. I think that's fair enough completely.
you want to know which airlines I think are great for plus size passengers and just get more general plus size travel advice, make sure to hit that follow button.
Well, this policy makes perfect sense to a lot of people. Of course, an airline is not going to deboard passengers if a plus-size traveler demands a second seat. And speaking of second and third seats, Jalen became
A British Airways passenger was stuck in this seat for 3 hours after landing and had to be taken out of first class with a hoist. Oh my God. plus-size passenger was stuck in his seat for 3 hours after the plane landed.
Obsessed with this idea in 2023. She made countless videos discussing how overweight and obese travelers should get free seats in airplanes, and how it's extremely unfair that fat people pay extra because of their size. She became so obsessed with this idea that she created a petition in 2023 on change.org, requesting all plus-sized people to sign it. The petition stated that the FAA should mandate that all airlines provide bigger seats to plus-sized customers, train their staff to cater to the needs of fat people, and even build bigger laboratories suited for unfit and unhealthy passengers. She even demanded that airlines should provide second and even third seats to obese customers if necessary. And they should do
why
this
don't you just take up the whole fucking row and don't worry about all the other passengers because you're more important, yeah?
completely free of charge.
So you want to hear my hot take on plus size travel and why I think every plus size traveler should get a free second and even third seat on an airplane? Then you
even third seat. She wants a second and a third seat for free.
better keep watching and sign my petition to make some real change. Let's just state facts. Plus size travelers need more space.
I want to know how much weight she's lost now that she's been in jail. That's what I want to know.
And many people agree that plane seats are too small, even for the average size person. As a plus size traveler myself, I know how uncomfortable and unsafe it can be to squeeze into a tiny airplane seat. We are not asking for special treatment or luxury accommodations.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are asking for special treatment. You absolutely are.
We simply want enough space to travel comfortably and safely without fear of being discriminated against because of our size. It's truly that simple. If you agree that
And it's truly that simple that you fucking lose weight to fit in with everyone else. Why should everyone else move about and spend money, thousands and thousands and billions of dollars on moving things around just for you?
traveler deserves to fly comfortably and without fear of discrimination, then go ahead and...
No, you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve it.
sign my petition and share it with everybody that you know. Let's work together to make air travel more inclusive and accommodating for everyone. You assume that this petition right here is solely about getting free seats for people of size? Let me clarify. This petition is about ensuring that air travel is comfortable for everyone, regardless of their size. This petition is about plus size people, tall people, people with disabilities, and many...
No, it's not. It's not about tall people and it's not about people with disabilities. It's about people being your size, which is a truck size.
more. However, as a plus size traveler myself, I'm speaking on behalf of myself plus size travelers everywhere who have also experienced discomfort and discrimination while traveling. We are calling on the FAA to require that all airlines implement a clear customer size
She was so delusional that she actually thought this was going to go through.
policy. This policy should include clear guidelines on accommodating larger passengers. Travelers of size often face physical discomfort and health risks when forced to occupy only one seat on an airplane. This petition is not just about free seats for travelers of size. It's about creating a more inclusive and accessible environment for all.
Shockingly, if you go to change.org and search for Jalen's petition, you'll find that it already has over 40,000 signatures. This is insanity on another level. You are demanding airlines to give you extra seats that cost hundreds of dollars per flight, reconstruct their laboratories, and expand their aisles only to accommodate a small percentage of people.
Yep.
The video in which Jalen talked about the petition received over 2 million views, and she instantly became the subject of online memes and mockery. However, this backlash and negative attention did not discourage Jalen, as she continued to fight for size inclusivity and fat equality. In her next video, she clarified that her petition was not just about plus-sized people. She added that taller individuals, people with disabilities, and people seeking comfortable travel
That's bullshit.
experience would also benefit from her demands.
Today, I want to talk about the misconceptions regarding my petition. I recently started a petition that demands the FAA to protect plus-size travelers and customers of size, which millions have heard about now around the world. My petition is about ensuring that every individual has access to safe and comfortable air travel. It's not just about plus-size individuals, but also about individuals with disabilities who may require additional space.
No, it's not. People with disabilities are able to get treatment on the plane. They're able to get help. They're able to get wheelchairs.
Accommodations to travel safely and comfortably. By having regulations in place that protect plus-size individuals, it would also benefit those with disabilities, ensuring that they have the space and accommodations they need to travel comfortably.
No, they won't. No, they don't. Because not all people who are disabled are your size. They're not tank size. So you are talking about you, and you are talking about people who are morbidly obese like yourself. You're not doing it for anyone else.
Taller individuals also face many of the same challenges that plus-size travelers face when traveling by air. Legroom is often limited, and plane seats are designed for the average-size individual. By having regulations in place that protect plus-size travelers, taller individuals will
says average size in inverted commas like it's something really, pathetic and ridiculous that people shouldn't be.
Benefit greatly. Lastly, there are individuals who physically take up more space regardless of their size. And
yeah, you.
They also deserve to have access to safe and comfortable air travel. By signing my petition, we are not only advocating for the rights of plus-size individuals, but for the rights of all individuals who face challenges when traveling by air. Let's stand together and demand that the FAA takes action to protect the rights of all air travelers. You can check out my petition by clicking the link in my bio or heading to change.org/plus-size travel. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. Make sure to hit that follow button for more plus-size travel tips and advocacy.
Well, people in the comments section of this video had very...
Wow. What is she doing with that bloody hair?
Interesting things to say. One person commented, "You can literally get assistance on flights for disabilities.
That's right.
My Nana's gotten seats with more legroom for years because of her knee, free of charge."
Yep.
Another person said, "That's where class travel comes into place. If you want to have a comfortable, appreciable space, upgrade from economy class. There is a solution already." These comments make perfect sense. Airlines usually have policies in place for disabled people, but expecting an airline to accommodate you only because you refuse to lose weight is outrageous and completely unacceptable. Airlines offer different classes for a reason. If someone finds economy seating too cramped and desires more
God, and she's way bigger than this now too.
Space and comfort during a flight, they always have the option to upgrade to business or first class, where they can enjoy extra legroom and premium service, just like everyone else who pays for it.
Plus-size travelers deserve better. This article came out just a few days ago.
Why do you deserve better? You don't deserve anything else better than anyone else. You deserve the same as everyone else. You don't deserve anything better.
We're going to talk about it in this video. All I had to do was read the title of this article and I was automatically upset. A British Airways passenger was stuck in his seat for 3 hours after landing and had to be taken out of his first class seat with a hoist. What this passenger had to experience is unacceptable, and this is the exact reason why I started my plus-size travel petition this year. And as a matter of fact, they actually linked to the CNN article that talks about my petition in this article. I'm fighting every single day for inclusivity in the airline industry. That way, things like this don't happen to plus-size passengers, because this is absolutely unfathomable. This passenger did what all those people who say to do in my comments, just simply upgrade to first class, and this should prove as an example to you why that doesn't...
I wouldn't agree with upgrading to first class because it doesn't give you a bigger seat. It gives you more legroom, but the seat is not wide enough for her.
...always work or apply. This man was stuck in his seat, unable to move for 9.5 hours. That is not okay, and nobody should have to endure that. That comes with pain, embarrassment, humiliation, and more. So
that's his problem. That's a him problem. Not everyone else problem.
If you agree and think that no human should have to endure this, go ahead and sign my plus-size travel petition today. Together, we can fight to make travel more inclusive and make sure that things like this don't happen anymore.
As Jalen's bizarre and outrageous videos gained traction, major news outlets also took notice of her story. Prominent platforms like Daily Mail, CNN, and the New York Post covered her controversial petition, advocating for more comfortable and inclusive air travel for plus-sized individuals. These reports detailed how Jalen demanded wider seats, free extra accommodations, and other unrealistic adjustments, expecting airlines to change their entire system to cater specifically to overweight passengers. Amidst this chaos, Jalen continued to upload videos to her TikTok account, preaching self-love and complaining about each and everything. According to Jalen, if airline companies refuse to make severe adjustments to their policies, it'll be nothing but sheer discrimination. Speaking of discrimination, she posted a video on May 14th, 2024 that caused quite a commotion online. In this video, Jalen revealed that while she was traveling, she faced humiliation and discrimination at the SeaTac airport. We already discussed that she has mobility issues, meaning that she can walk, but doing so often causes her extreme discomfort. She always requests wheelchair assistance while boarding the plane, so she would not have to walk up the jet bridge. Jalen claimed in her TikTok video that while boarding her flight at SeaTac Airport in Washington, the airport employee assigned to assist her completely ignored her and walked ahead, leaving her to struggle on her own. As a result, she was forced to walk up the jet bridge on foot, which she said caused her oxygen levels to drop.
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you.
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you. Yeah, be ready to be shocked, guys. She was asked to walk. To share with you, I'm about to share with you is yet another example of why employee insensitivity training, a demand outlined in the plus-size travel petition, is desperately needed. When it came time for me to deplane, I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair waiting for me in the entry of the jet bridge. As I approached her and she realised she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers, she started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size. Yeah, because she thought she was probably getting someone who cannot walk, someone who is paralysed, someone who has a disability, maybe an elderly lady even, maybe a child. But then she saw you being able to walk and you're just lazy, not wanting to walk and wanting to sit on the wheelchair. That's why she walked off, and I don't blame her.
Passengers. She started talking. I
was then forced, like, gun to head, forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop. By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were white. My oxygen levels had dropped and I almost fainted. This was my first time flying without oxygen. This woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that instead of her having to push someone my size up the jet bridge. All the other attendants wheeled their passengers up the jet bridge, but my needs were disregarded. You know why they were disregarded? Because she probably didn't want to hurt her back. She probably didn't want to claim work cover after pushing you up. That's probably why. This is discrimination. Nobody should be treated this way. Share your story at change.org/size travel. Look at her face, how smug. Look at it.
at change.org/size travel.
She narrated the entire ordeal in her video, pressing the fact that discrimination against fat people is a real thing. However, people who watched this video thought differently. One person commented on Jalen's video saying, "You're obviously able to walk. The fact that taking a few steps is that hard on your body should probably be a wake-up call for you. Humans aren't..."
Well, you think that it would be, but no, she's happy with how she is and she's entitled and she's loving her body the way it is.
...meant to be morbidly obese. Another person commented, "I have health issues myself, which has deterred me from flying, going to sports events, etc., but I've never blamed anyone for it.
Yep.
Most of these accessibility services are complimentary, not mandatory."
That's right.
All these commenters have a fair point. Many people also argued that expecting a single airport employee to push someone of Jalen's size up the jet bridge is not only unreasonable, but also a potential safety hazard.
Absolutely. She could injure her back, that woman.
Assisting disabled individuals is an essential part of airport services, but it should not come at the expense of an employee's physical well-being.
Yep.
If someone requires that level of assistance due to their size, alternative solutions such as additional staff or proper mobility equipment should be considered rather than placing the burden on a single worker. Some people also jokingly advised Jalen to request a forklift next time to escape this kind of discrimination. While Jalen demands the world to accommodate her overweight body, reconstruct everything, and provide her with free services and stuff, she herself repeats the mantra of food is fuel. There are numerous videos of her consuming donuts, cokes, and all sorts of rubbish while telling people to embrace food freedom.
Let's get one thing straight. Food has no moral value.
Dear Jesus. She has a nose like a pig, and that's insulting the pig. Let's get one thing straight. Food has no moral value. It's not good or bad. It's just food. Yes, it is. There is good food and there is bad food. You're delusional. And guess what? Fat people are allowed to eat what they want without justifying it to anyone. That's okay. You're the one that's going to be 6 feet under very soon.
It's not good or bad. It's just food.
Look at that.
And guess what? Fat people are allowed to eat what they want without justifying it to anyone. As someone who lives with an eating disorder, I've spent years unlearning the lies society tells us.
Isn't it amazing how they all have eating disorders? They can't just eat for the love of food. As someone who has an eating disorder, I've spent years unlearning the lies society tells us. Lies like you have to earn your food, that you should feel guilty for enjoying it, that you have to work it off later. None of that is true. The delusion is real, people.
It's like you have to earn your food, that you should feel guilty for enjoying it, that you have to work it off
Someone
later.
who lives with an eating... Oh, no, sorry, it's the same thing.
None of that is true. The truth
Look what she's eating in all these videos, mind you.
is food is fuel, food is joy, and food is connection. And fat people deserve to experience all of that without shame or judgment.
I think you've experienced enough of it. You cannot see her eyes. Look at them. They're sunken in.
Period. Here's another
Look how tiny her eyes are.
hard
That is so damn scary.
truth. Shame
Here's another hard truth. Shame isn't weight loss plan. Judgment doesn't make anyone healthier. And your unsolicited opinions about my food choices, they don't belong here.
isn't a weight loss plan. Judgment doesn't make anyone healthier. And
Of course it doesn't, especially when they're pig-headed like you.
your unsolicited
And delusional.
opinions about my food choices, they don't belong here. Fat people don't owe you diets. We don't owe you weight loss journeys. We don't owe you a damn thing. We're allowed to just...
You don't owe anyone anything, but no one owes you anything. No one owes you an extra seat that you think that you shouldn't have to pay for. No one owes you a belt extender if you're going into an Uber. No one owes you a wider hallway. No one owes you a bigger lift, elevator. You entitled, disgusting human being.
exist and enjoy life while we're at it. So if my eating offends you,
Enjoy life while you've got it.
that's your problem, not mine.
No.
I refuse
That's your problem, not ours. That's why things are not going to ever change for you. Don't expect it to.
to shrink my body or
Oh my God. So if I'm eating offends you, that's your problem, not mine. I refuse to shrink my body or my appetite to make you comfortable. My body, my rules, my food, end of my story.
my appetite to make you comfortable. My body, my rules, my food, end of story. It's that time of year again when the diet industry starts pushing those new year, new you promises. Let me tell you something. You don't need to change a damn thing. I'm not here for any of that. No, I won't be joining. Your New Year's resolution diet plan. I'm all about embracing food.
We know
freedom.
that. We can see.
And that includes eating whatever the heck I want. The diet industry wants you to believe you need to change your body to have a great year.
Like I said, guys, before, it's the entitlement of this ugly human being. The entitlement of her is why I cannot stand her. It's not because she's big. It's because she's entitled. She feels entitled.
Well, guess what? You're already great, and so is your body. I don't need to punish myself with restrictive diets or guilt over enjoying food.
Yep.
Food doesn't have a moral value. So let's ditch the diet culture and celebrate ourselves instead. We don't need to change to enjoy life. We're already living it to the fullest.
No.
No
You
resolutions,
will not be living your life to the fullest. Not at all.
just real.
You can't even fit into a chair. How can you fill your life to the fullest? Live your life to the fullest. You can't do the most simple of things. You can't even walk.
Unapologetic joy, because this year we're choosing freedom from the lies, the guilt,
The lies.
and the toxic diet culture. We're here for the good food,
How about you free yourself from the delusion that is you?
the good vibes, and all the happiness we can get. You're perfect just as you are, and that's worth celebrating every damn day.
This extremely unhealthy lifestyle is clearly taking a toll on Jalen as she struggles with multiple health issues. She is frequently seen using oxygen support in her videos, which significantly impacts her mobility and overall quality of life. When questioned about her constant need for oxygen, Jalen explained that she suffers from pulmonary hypertension, a condition that causes breathing difficulties, chest pain, and dizziness.
Hey there, thanks for asking this question. I actually get this question all the time, especially being somebody in a larger body. A lot of people assume that
she's someone in a larger body. As Alan Roberts would say, it's as if she picked it and put the suit on. You made yourself that way.
I have oxygen because of my weight or something like that. The reason I actually wear oxygen is because I have a rare lung disease. It is called pulmonary hypertension, not to be mistaken with high blood pressure. It is an actual lung disease that affects a lot of people. Weight is not really a factor that goes into it. It affects a lot of babies. It affects people.
I don't believe that. I don't believe at all that weight doesn't go into it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I don't believe that weight helps what she has.
Of all ages, and they don't really know what causes it. So I wear oxygen because my oxygen levels don't stay high unless I'm wearing
because it's being crushed by your fat.
it. And so yeah, I have pulmonary hypertension, rare lung disease, which is why I wear oxygen.
However, while Jalen insists that her condition is unrelated to her excessive weight, medical sources indicate that maintaining a healthy body weight can significantly alleviate the symptoms of pulmonary hypertension.
This just exacerbates her situation.
Despite facing severe health challenges and mobility limitations, Jalen remains adamant about refusing to lose weight and instead attempts to normalize her dangerously unhealthy lifestyle. If she's choosing to stay obese and unhealthy, it is entirely her own decision. However, it's extremely unfair of her to expect the world to accommodate her nonsensical needs and fulfill her insane demands.
Absolutely.
If her infamous petition amused you, what you're about to hear next will certainly blow your mind. In October 2024, Jalen uploaded a new video, shifting her focus from airline companies to hotels. In this absolutely unnerving video, Jalen listed numerous things that hotels should do to ensure all fat people enjoy a comfortable stay at their facilities. These suggestions or demands were absolutely insane and made zero
Wider hallways and wider lifts. I remember that.
sense. As if wanting free seats in an airplane was not enough, Jalen now wanted hotels to expand their hallways and rebuild their elevators to make them more spacious. Apart from that, she demanded bigger chairs, sturdier beds, and luxurious bathrooms.
These are the exact steps that hotels can take to be more size inclusive and accessible for travelers of all sizes.
Look at how she says it. She's completely delusional. She says it with she actually believes every word that she's saying. That's why I'm saying she's so fucking delusional. She actually says it like with full-on confidence.
On the list, provide sturdy, wider chairs without armrests. Number 2 on the list, ensure beds with strong support and a higher weight capacity. Number 3, make elevators and hallways spacious. Number 4, install grab bars in showers and near toilets. Number 5, train staff to be respectful, understanding, and accommodating to travelers of all sizes. Number 6, provide pool lifts and handrails at the entry of the pool. Number 7, hotel
pool lifts. Now the pool lifts are there for the people who are disabled, not for people like you.
Restaurants should have roomy seating options. Number 8, offer larger beach and pool seating. Number 9, hotels should provide size-inclusive bathrobes. And hotels should also provide bath sheets or plus-size friendly towels so that travelers of all sizes and abilities can use them comfortably. And last but not least, display clear and accurate information on these amenities on hotel websites. Include weight limits, seat dimensions, and things like that. By implementing these size-inclusive hotel amenities, hotels can become more inclusive and accommodating.
Well, all you would just do is complain about that they don't fit you.
Be sure to hit that follow button for more plus-size travel tips.
If hotels were to seriously consider implementing these demands, they would have to invest millions of dollars, not just adding in a few minor accommodations, but in completely overhauling their infrastructure. This would mean reconstructing entire building layouts to cater to a very small percentage of people, which is simply not practical and highly unnecessary. While it is understandable that sturdier, more comfortable chairs without armrests could be beneficial for individuals with disabilities, many of these other demands Jalen has listed are highly unrealistic. Expecting hotels to install oversized beds in every room just to accommodate a small percentage of people is completely unreasonable. Hotels are designed to cater to the general public, and making drastic changes for a niche group would be financially and logistically impossible.
That's right.
Beyond that, Jalen also expects hotels to reconstruct their entire buildings by widening hallways and expanding elevators.
Let's just demolish the building to make a wider hallway.
And realize the astronomical costs this would incur? How would hotel chains, especially historic buildings or small boutique hotels, even go about making such extensive renovations? And the list of demands does not stop there. Jalen insists that hotels should provide larger bathrooms, adjustable shower handles, raised toilets, handrails near pools, larger beach seating, and even special bathrobes and towels tailored to accommodate extremely plus-sized guests. While accessibility is important, these requests go far beyond what is reasonable, turning standard hospitality into an unrealistic expectation. Apart from all these things, she also wants hotels to communicate these amenities on their websites. So, aside from booking details, hotels should also mention the weight capacity their beds can take, the dimensions of their chairs and seats, and the size of their hallways.
God.
If this is not insane enough, Jalen next goes about targeting restaurants, telling them a bunch of things they need to change about their seating arrangements to accommodate fat people.
If you've ever been uncomfortable in a restaurant because of your size,
Do you see what I mean by how she complains? She doesn't stop. She doesn't stop.
I know the struggle, and that's why I'm making today's video. Today's video is all about how restaurants can be more size inclusive and accessible for people of all sizes and abilities. Here are my 10 solutions for how restaurants can create a more inclusive environment. Solution number 1, comfortable seating. Restaurants should provide spacious and sturdy chairs without armrests so that people of all sizes can dine comfortably. Solution number 2, flexible table arrangements. Solution number 3, accessible restrooms. Solution number 4, reservation flexibility. Allow guests to request seating preferences during the reservation process. Solution number 5, provide key information on your website. Solution number 6, ensure that your tables are not secured to the ground. Solution number 7, offer more room in booth seating. Solution number 8, staff training.
She doesn't ask for much, does she?
Solution number 9, outdoor dining. If you've got an outdoor dining area, make sure you have some chairs without armrests. And last but not least, solution 10, showcase photos. Consider showcasing photos of your typical seating and table setups on your website.
Throughout this video, the main concern Jalen raises is uncomfortable and small seating in restaurants. Well, we've heard Jalen complain about cramped seating, uncomfortable chairs, and non-sturdy benches at least 1,000 times in this short documentary.
Yep.
It's almost like she can't fit anywhere, whether it's an airplane seat or a restaurant booth. It's high time that people like her, who are actively waving the flag of fat acceptance and body liberation, realize the fact that the world does not revolve around them.
Hallelujah.
If they are unable to fit anywhere, they probably need dieting and physical exercise rather than giant chairs. Jalen, in her quest to make fat liberation...
That's not being cruel or mean. That's just being legit. I mean, that's, as Alan Roberts would say, reality exists.
The thing has gone completely insane. She's even introduced a certification, especially for fat people, which will allow people like her to easily access plus-sized friendly places. Yes, you heard that right. A certification for fat people. If this sounds unbelievable, just read about it in Jalen's own words. The idea of a fat certification raises a lot of questions. Who decides what qualifies as fat-friendly? And most importantly, how far does this go? Should every industry, from airlines to theme parks, be forced to redesign their spaces to accommodate a
Yeah,
tiny
she didn't complain about theme parks yet.
percentage of the population that refuses to make healthier choices? The entitlement here is through the roof.
Yep.
Taking her self-appointed mission even further, Jalen has even created a GoFundMe page, urging people to donate money so she can continue her work in representing the fat community.
stuff.
She claims that these funds will allow her to push for more inclusivity and accessibility for plus-sized individuals. However, many people are skeptical of her intentions, questioning whether she truly aims to help others or if she is simply using her platform as a way to gain financial support without making meaningful contributions.
Absolutely. She's just another foodie beauty.
Hey friends and future allies, I'm Jae, a passionate advocate for fat liberation. For years, I've been fighting
Dear Jesus, I've seen gorillas in a zoo that are smaller.
against the discrimination fat people face in travel, healthcare, mental health, and beyond. This mission is deeply personal to me because I know what it's like to be unseen and unheard. I've poured my heart
You're
and soul
definitely seen. I don't think anyone would miss you.
into creating resources, sparking conversations, and so much more to amplify our voices and demand the respect we deserve. But I can't do it alone anymore. This work has required immense sacrifices, time, energy, and sometimes my own well-being. Now, I'm reaching out to you for help.
Your own well-being. It doesn't look like you give a shit about your own well-being.
Your support can make a tangible difference, not just for me, but for everyone in the fat community. With your contributions, I can continue creating impactful content, organizing events, and driving systemic change.
Yeah, and filling up her plate at diners over and over again with your money.
Toward a more inclusive world. Together, we can empower people to live unapologetically and dismantle the barriers that hold us back. Whether it's a donation, sharing this message, or simply standing with us, every action brings us closer to the world we all deserve. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Let's make this world better together.
A person commented under Jalen's video saying, this is an honest question, but you don't actually list what you've done or show it. That would go a long way to showing what you mean to do. Saying this in a 1-minute video really isn't enough given what you're asking. As someone who weighs more than you, I kind of see a lot more than most. But at the same time, I don't expect people to take my word for it on just that alone. You kind of need to show what you've done for others. This person has an extremely valid point. While Jalen constantly talks about being a fat icon and a fat activist, she has not done any real thing for the fat community to date.
Of course not.
Except for just blabbering on the internet and making unreasonable demands.
Yeah, and making money off being her size. Circus size. Freak show size.
People like Jalen who promote the idea of being unfit and unhealthy as acceptable are actually harming society. There are numerous overweight influencers on TikTok who are pushing the concept of fat acceptance with their extremely problematic videos. Watch these TikToks, for instance.
Hate when people say that wheelchairs are only for people who need them.
Without me, my wheelchair is useless. Without my wheelchair, I am useless.
Because when they say that, what they mean is wheelchair users are for people who are paralyzed. But not everyone who is a wheelchair user is paralyzed.
That's what they were made for. Originally, until people like you came along.
Should do away with strollers. Because toddlers can stand.
Get in there.
What a
you know why
fucking
we use
ridiculous thing to say.
strollers? Because we do need them. We need them. And you know what? Some adults need strollers too. And that stroller is a wheelchair.
It's like riding a bull, you gotta lean with it.
What is your commitment to making disabled people and fat people suffer all the time?
I wanna go home.
Because life
No one's making disabled people suffer. You're not disabled.
sucks, okay? And if it makes a difference between you going outside and not going outside, use the fucking wheelchair and go outside. If you actually cared about people's health, you would stop discrediting that.
She's sitting there talking to us about health.
Welcome to a day in the life of a fat activist. I start the day off feeding my cat some treats because she needs to know that unless she's fat, I won't love her. Then I took a bath because I'm far too lazy to stand and need to preserve all the calories that I can for the day. Then I filmed some TikToks, making sure to glorify obesity and show everyone how cool and trendy it is to be fat.
Oh, she's a sarcastic bitch, isn't she?
On my way to the doctor's, I stopped at Dunkin' and got the sugariest coffee possible.
Of course she did.
And ate 24 donuts. At the doctor, I made sure he knew that I knew more than him, and I berated him over any medical advice or testing he wanted to do. After that, I headed to my yoga class, where instead of taking the class, I sat in the back and yelled at everyone, telling them to stop exercising and to get fat instead. Because being skinny is bad. Cheers. Stay fat, y'all.
The fat acceptance movement started with good
God.
intentions. It was meant to fight against body shaming and help people feel confident in their own skin.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, it took a dangerous turn. Instead of encouraging people to love themselves while also making healthy choices, it now promotes the idea that extreme obesity is perfectly fine, and even something to be proud of. The reality is, being severely overweight comes with serious health risks like heart disease, diabetes, and joint problems. Pretending otherwise doesn't change the facts, and normalizing an unhealthy lifestyle only leads more people to suffering in the long run. Another major issue with fat acceptance is that it shifts the blame away from personal responsibility and onto society. Instead of acknowledging...
That's exactly what she's doing. She's putting it on society because she doesn't want to take any accountability.
That weight gain is often linked to poor diet and lack of exercise, activists demand that airlines, hotels, and public spaces change everything to accommodate them. While accessibility for people with disabilities is crucial, expecting businesses to install oversized seats, remodel entire buildings, and provide special treatment just because someone refuses to lose weight is unreasonable. It sends the message that personal choices don't have consequences, and that the world should adapt to unhealthy lifestyles instead of encouraging healthier habits.
Yep.
Perhaps the most harmful effect of fat acceptance is how it influences younger generations. Social media is flooded with influencers who glorify being overweight and dismiss any health concerns as fat phobia. This can be increasingly misleading, especially for teenagers and young adults who might start believing that obesity has no downsides.
That's exactly right, Alexandra. And this one, Jae Bae.
Instead of inspiring people to take care of their bodies,
Yeah.
this movement encourages them to double down on unhealthy habits while attacking anyone who suggests that losing weight could improve their quality of life. Accepting your body is one thing, but promoting a lifestyle that leads to chronic illness and early death is another.
Absolutely.
Tell us what you think about Jalen and her story in the comments section below.
I would love to know what you guys think of Jalen. Please comment below. So I did this as an introduction to her personality. That's why I wanted you guys to see this before I did her try-on hauls. So I'll keep this up, and in a few days I'll start with some of her try-on hauls. You guys know how much I love try-on hauls. She is now apparently in prison for, look, I really have no idea why. I couldn't care less. Something to do with, I don't know. She had an argument with her boyfriend. The police were called, with her husband, and she ended up in prison. Don't know more than that. Not many people know more than that. Nothing much else has been said. But we're not here for that anyway. We don't really care. Maybe if she's in prison, this is what she needed, so she can't put any more weight on. And I am actually intrigued to see if she does get out of prison, at how much weight she would have lost. Okay, let's read some of these comments. The larger hallways in hotels is crazy. Not being able to walk through a hallway should be a wake-up call to lose weight. There's something unsettling to be crying fat-phobic and needing oxygen at the same time. Her eating doesn't offend me at all. I couldn't care less. That's the same with me. But what does offend me is her self-victimization over a problem she has complete control over. Expecting a person to push your body up a jet bridge because you can't or don't want to carry your body weight is narcissistic and entitlement at its height. I'm a plus-size girl myself, and at some point you have to help yourself. The world doesn't have to bend over backwards for you. I'm 4'11", 88 pounds, a fairly small fella, and if the world would just accommodate to people like me, no one would be comfortable except me. It's so selfish to expect everyone to change everything when you need to reflect first and refuse to fix yourself. The way she says that there are chairs that carry up to, 1,000 pounds on Amazon so casually is insane. You should have a phobia of being bedridden and dependent on an oxygen tank. That should be something to be scared of. We're not asking for a special treatment right after asking for free stuff that no one else would be able to get. A second seat for comfort is wild. Her entitlement and lack of accountability or consideration of anyone else genuinely frightens me. The fact that anyone signed her ludicrous petition frightens me. Yeah. Well, there's a whole bunch of other delulus out there, isn't there? The way she uses the disabled community, I know, as a pawn token, however, makes me rage with selfishness. I know, she is so selfish. With that logic, should I, as an autistic person, something I wish I could help, but obviously can't, get a private jet for some cost of a regular ticket because I feel uncomfortable around a bunch of strangers? Probably not going to happen. I think it's funny that she talks about how she doesn't want to be like her parents and be addicted to a substance like they were. But in reality, she just ended up becoming what her parents are. Instead of drugs, it's food. If you know your parents have an addiction, it most likely means that you will be so susceptible to an addiction as well. What's a shame also is that she's polyamorous and has multiple lovers, which means it seems like she is someone who likes to overindulge in various forms of physical pleasures. I don't even want to think about that. As someone who is plus size, it irks me every time she says the majority of the world is plus sized. Even on things like obesity rates, majority of the people fitting in one category are not her weight or body type. I think it's fine for one to feel confident, even at her size, but you shouldn't be attacking others just because their stuff doesn't fit you. It's so entitled and gives me secondhand embarrassment. She doesn't realise that heavier people aren't allowed at amusement park rides, especially ones that shoot you straight up in the air. They have a weight capacity for a reason. I'm fat and I'm working on it. Down 64 pounds and I've still got ways to go, but I'm locked in. Fat acceptance is a cancer. I have to agree with that. Okay, I'll read a couple more. God, as someone who is trying to lose weight, I want to let it be known. Fat people like me, no matter the size, will always feel some discomfort. You never want to be fat. You lose breath quickly. It's hard to do sports, and overall, you lose so much mental health. Trust me when I say this. Do whatever you can do not to be fat. If you aren't, it's not worth it. If you are fat and are trying to change, keep going. I'm so oppressed. I have it so bad, guys. Goes on vacation, goes on vacation, goes on vacation, and goes on vacation. I feel like morbid obesity is the ultimate sign of selfishness and narcissism. Not having to take responsibility for your actions and expecting the world to accommodate your bad life decisions. I'm going to leave it there, guys, because that's a great one to end up on. Now, I will leave the RKH media link below if you guys want to go over and check out the channel. I'll also thank them for allowing me to react to their video. Leave me your comments below on what you think of her and how entitled she is. And I look forward to doing some more uploads for you on Jae Bae with her try-on hauls. Would you like just her try-on hauls, guys, or would you like a few of her other, annoying videos to be reacted to? You tell me down below and I will do it. Also, if you have any other videos you'd like me to react to, please email them to tcbinaflash74@gmail.com. It's a good night for me, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.